Hey everyone, Ink here. So I noticed that there was no Serah run for on the call to arms for the Abyss Perfectum. So come on, this was actually the team that I used to first clear it, and I only did this stage once. I didn't try to go back and do other stuff. This Abyss was built for people that are fans of FF6. Because if you had Mog, it's much more reasonable, and if you had Kefka, Squall, there's a lot of people that did a lot of runs of this. Yes, this is a restrictive fight, but this is gating 6 tickets. You'll be able to do Abyss 5, the one that comes out in a few days. You'll be able to do that one without doing this. So this isn't gating anything but 6 tickets. So if this is stressing you out, please consider that 6 tickets guarantees nothing and is so trivial that it is not worth your time to stress about it. Wait for more characters to come. Like, isn't 9 a spear? I think 9 is a spear, and Tifa is a massive single target DPS, and you throw a black crystal with them, and you're probably good and just going to blow it up. 9 also has good HP damage mitigation, so I feel like you've got plenty of options there. If you were like really broken up about this, you could do that, but this fight's so much fun. Kefka's covering my black crystal, Mog is covering my spear, that's the Abyss requirements, and then Mog is providing water damage for the orb. He's providing healing, although it's not really needed. We could have accomplished it with calls, but because Kefka HP silences basically after that one right there that the boss did, the boss is going to eventually target all with an all HP attack, and he's never going to get to go again. So yeah, Kefka will lock him down, and we won't need healing, and that's why I brought Ifrit, because we're going to spend most of this fight at full health. Mog, there's no DPS in this team. Serah's the aura support. Kefka is the debuffer and utility slot, which means Mog is the healer support, but he's acting actually more as a DPS, which for someone so small, cuddly, and fluffy, I really love using Mog in this. He was so much fun, and I originally thought that I was worried about Mog because it felt like he didn't get enough, but now that I'm actually playing with him, I can see his damage is actually, it's reasonable enough to go along with his auras, where he has really wide role coverage, so you can fit him easily in a team. He doesn't ask that much of you. And you can see even in this run, Kefka, Mog's got a debuff, Serah's got 4, and Kefka can still keep the enemies locked down. I had to spend a little bit of thought on it, but you know what? This didn't require a reset or anything. It was a pretty straightforward run. I clapped it the first time I did it, so yeah, this is an easy team. Again, I'm mostly recording this just because there was no Serah run on the call to arms, and I friggin' love using Serah, so can't beat that. I just really wanted to show her off. She doesn't get matched for a long time. The only other strong supports that are coming up are 9. Obviously, these characters aren't the same, right? But 9 also has really good auras. He has HP damage mitigation, he has shields, he has way more damage than she does, but his auras are conditional. The party or each character needs to tank an HP attack to get his good auras, his really strong busted auras. 9 actually gets a lot. I think he's one of the few LC characters that actually, where the LC character gets more than the featured LD, the new LD. So I'm probably going to ticket him, but yeah, 9 rivals Serah, and then Bart's rivals Serah. But Bart's, he doesn't have HP damage up. He deals more damage than Serah does, for sure, but he is locked, and he has instant break. But he's got his wind gimmick, but he doesn't enchant the party till his BT+. So his stuff actually, his kit is strong, but again, I still think Serah will be kicking men. She'll still be doing really good work. So that's cool. I'm glad they pushed her in a really strong direction, and just based off of how they pushed her, it feels like they're not going to do it again. If they were going to do it with anybody, obviously they didn't touch Seven. Seven came out and they left her alone. So maybe Fujin. Fujin is, I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with that LD. She was obviously strong with her EX plus, so she's usable with her LD, but her LD is so little. She gets 3 uses. She doesn't get any free skill uses. She has very few skill uses to start with. She's a character that you basically need to bring absolutely really strong damage dealers to rush the fight. So she actually gets relegated more to being a call for team comps around Bart's, because Bart's can imperil the team, imperil enemies with just his aura. That's off of his base kit. You don't even need his LD for that. He imperils all the enemies with wind without using a debuff slot, and you can use Fujin's call to enchant the party. So that's often what people did, like against imperil immunity. It's a common thing, and you don't need Bart's or Fujin's LD for that. Although Fujin, you would get two windows of time enchanting the party, which is very useful and very relevant. Yeah, maybe they'll look to improve Fujin. I'll take that banner just because, I've got Fujin purple already, so it's not that expensive for me to just get an LD, and 9 looks really interesting. That fight is going to be awful for people. I will probably try to tackle it. I'll probably try to tackle it with Terra and Yang. Assuming that I manage to ticket Yang, I'm going to spend like 600 tickets or something crazy. But assuming I get Yang, then I'm going to Terra Yang that for sure. And just not give the bosses any turns, and use a Fujin call on Yang, and call it good game. As for pull stuff, I don't think anybody should be pulling the Mayfair banners. It has nothing to do with the rates, actually. It has to do with the fact that these are outdated characters. You get 4 free pulls. Does anybody... you should never be chasing, ever be chasing a BT with gems or tickets. I spent 155k on Terra across her 3 banners. I got all the LDs, but 155k, and I didn't get her BT. I had to token it, which is fine. I used my tokens for what their purpose is for, thankfully. I'm glad. But oh my God, like, don't chase an old BT with your gems. Yes, it's discounted, so you can pity for 105k, which is a bit more reasonable, I guess. But what about their upcoming banner? Like, these characters are going to come back with updates. That's going to be much more relevant, and for all you know, you'll actually want BTs on that other banner. Like, for example, Vaughn is running now. Vaughn comes back with Kefka and Arden. So, who, funnily enough, were the last 2 characters, right? So if you didn't have Vaughn, or if you were missing Kefka or Arden, then maybe you want to chase Vaughn on that banner. Who knows if we'll even get that banner, but still, these characters are going to get updated again. They're going to get a banner when they do get updated. Just pull that one. It's going to have potentially more utility on it. Unless you know that both characters are getting great updates, you're very likely to only get 1 BT here and nothing else. So I don't recommend pulling them. I don't recommend chasing BTs ever. It's absolutely pointless. BTs are becoming sort of a slot in for support in some ways, where you can activate a BT effect and then go ham with your party. And the BT effect is providing something that your supports would normally cover. And maybe you want to stack it, right? Stack 2 BT effects, or maybe you want to stack a BT with another support, like I'm doing here with Kefka and Serah. Actually, all 3 are now providing support. Kefka's providing HP damage up, but with his BT effect. But that's where BTs are going. You can still do non-BT runs of fights. Someone just did the Loof Plus run, the latest Loof Plus with Fran. The Farian guy, I don't know what his name is, but he always has Farian in his portrait picture, and he did a run with no BTs in party. So it's all about countering the boss or mitigating the mechanics of the boss, or deciding to rush the boss and figuring out what you need in order to do that. Don't go chasing BTs. likely to just land your account with fewer resources and land you frustrated or unhappy, that, yeah, just try to free pull it. You get 4 free pulls, which is actually really nice of the devs to give us free pulls. These banners originally didn't have free pulls. So people are really like broken up about the rates. I don't really care about the rates. The rates are fine, whatever. I just don't think people should be chasing BTs on outdated characters, that's all. It's nice of them to give us these banners and give us the free pulls though. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the run. Serah is awesome, Mog is awesome, Kefka is awesome. Getting to use my favorites like this, can't beat it. Yeah, good luck everyone pulling this month ahead, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.